Not allowed to anymore.
Hello and welcome. Another episode of Around the Arc with no H. I'm Joey Zacco, Tyler behind the camera, Ellis, Ben, Ryan, and our special guest, spoiler alert, Steve Christie from Sportslook. This episode is brought to you by Sportslook Passing League. Steve Christie does a great job with that. Steve, first off, I want to let Ben hit you. There's no softball questions here. Comment in on the live video. We will take your questions. We're going to interview Steve for about 1 or 2 minutes, have some fun, and then we'll get into our usual talking about tonight's games. Sportslook does play tonight, 9 o'clock, Ben. No softball questions here.
I told him to say Charlie Rose.
Nice fastball.
All right.
Go ahead, Ben.
Sportslook, you guys have one win on the year. You were a high contender last year. What happened?
That's where you're going?
Why you fall off the rails like that?
I got you.
That's what I want to know.
Hey, listen, here's how it
You
works.
lost Scott Borchard. That was a big loss.
No doubt. Ben, here's how it works. Here's how it works, right? You know, it's not how fast you start, it's how you finish.
Okay.
Well, in the past, we've started real good,
Yeah.
and we haven't finished the way we want. So maybe we'll turn around a little bit. But if you look at the individual games, 2 of the 3 losses we were leading at halftime. We have a couple of issues right now with we have to figure out our rotation. And in this league, you have to figure out your rotation. And right now, we just haven't done that. And also, we haven't really been shooting the way we're capable of shooting. And we were actually taken apart by one man last week. To me, Carmine is top 3 in the league. If not, and there are some people who will vote him 1. I might give him some of that too.
Yeah.
Great player. And you know what? Sometimes great players beat you. We have a couple of kids that are just kind of getting used to the game. I thought Nicky Baccarella, despite what happens to him, despite what happens, he's just so competitive. He can't help himself. But he's the best. But Nicky has put together a nice team here, and I think you'll still see some great things from us as this.
All right.
You had some comments about the league as a whole. I don't even know really where to start. I didn't want to script the interview, but you know, 3rd season, more teams. As you're seeing, you really got to come ready to go.
Joe, no doubt. You know, you put together a great league. I mean, no doubt, Joe. I mess around a lot. We play around, but let me tell you, you know, everybody who watches the league, plays in the league, loves the league. Now, obviously, it's a young man's league. You know, I tried it, and it's really don't do it if you're over 40. You know, it's a young man's league, and you know they're out there playing, and they're taking pride in what they're doing. You know, and if you want to get in this league, you know, look forward, get a team together, and stop talking and start doing it. And this is a great chance to come out here and show us what you got. And I think you've done a great job, John.
Thank you. And it's definitely opportunities to build your legacy, just like Steve did.
Whoa.
Some very moments etched in history. His highly viewed interview with maybe 1 or 2 F-bombs and 1 3-pointer that goes down in the record books for the oldest person ever to hit a 3-pointer.
Oh, is that how it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not bad.
I'll take it.
It's a record. It's a record on the list.
C is wide open.
You got it, baby. You got it.
Any other stuff before we let you go? Nice hat.
What do you want to say to your opponents?
Yeah,
what do you got to say to anyone else? No limit anyone else that might be drawn.
You play Scotty tonight.
Yeah. Oh,
Joe
listen.
Wells,
And I tell you what, I have so much mad respect for Scott Couchard. To me, Scotty is top of the line. He's probably our biggest loss. Because I think if we really lack something, it might be a true point guard. But we'll put it together. You'll be hearing from Sportslook. Nicky's got him on track. He knows what he's doing. You'll have everybody playing together, more cohesive unit. Remember now, these guys just got together. And in a league like this, you got to play a little bit. So I think good things will be ahead for us. I think you guys are doing a great job. All of my friends jump on and watch it. So keep up the great work, and we hope to see you here for a long time.
Thank you.
Our first guest at Around the Arc. Steve?
I don't want to put words in Steve's mouth, but Scott, watch your behind, okay?
Thank you, Steve. And Ellis, make sure there's some light over there, buddy. Ellis, like this. All right, so comment on the live video. I see we got some people. Bronte and Rowan, as
Eric
always.
Sidewater, where are you? Watch and
Caprano.
comment. You're texting me.
Games tonight. Sportslook Redemption, as we mentioned. Renegades the Firm. Serial Killers Rookies at 10, alongside White Magic and Light It Up. Guys, what did you think of Christie's corner? I forgot the catchy name.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
He handled my hardball questions like a pro.
Had us on the
Had the
back
right
a couple
answers.
times, and
Not
we
bad,
can't
right?
complain.
Not bad. Let's start off with, and I want to keep refreshing this, the Battle of the Bottom.
Battle of the bottom.
And I hope that makes Light It Up mad.
It should. It should make White Magic even
both
more
of them.
mad.
Should make it both.
Who's going to get the win tonight?
Look,
We know about Chris Rosario, Steve Busick. We got that, right? I think Justin Silva's a big X factor. I think
I
White
agree.
Magic has some stuff from last week against my team that they can really take into this, attacking and not settling for a whole bunch of threes. And then when they're taking the threes, making sure Mark Ballard, Justin Silva, Busick are the ones taking them. Right, give yourself the best chance to make them when you take them. Who's going to win that game tonight? And can White Magic, the one of the last winless teams, almost made that mistake. Lob is technically 0-4.
The only 0-5 team.
The only 0-5 team. Can they win tonight?
Well, look, light it up. If White Magic wants their first win, tonight is their best opportunity to get it. Light It Up is not a very strong team. They seem to be more of a one-man show with Chris Rosario. White Magic has not been shooting the ball well. That has to change for them to do well. The amount of jump shots that they take, they have got to start hitting some of them. Otherwise, they're just going to have no chance. They might not end up with a winless season. You know, they got to look for a better shot. They too many three-pointers.
Yeah.
Although this is their best opportunity to win, I don't think they're going to be able to.
On that topic, John Rowland commented, if Light It Up loses, are they the worst team?
No
And
limit.
that goes along this line about the game tonight.
I would say they are. I feel like this is the two teams at the bottom of the power rankings. I feel like winner replaces the loser here. If it goes that way, if White Magic wins, obviously if Light It Up wins, maybe they can move up or stay where they are. But I'd say key to this game has got to be Chris Rosario. He's probably the best player in this game, easily the best player on his team, and he can put the ball in the basket, but he's really have to improve on his facilitating. He's a point guard. He's got to get more. He had 1 assist last week. He had 2 the week before. He's got to get, I'd say, at least 5 if they want to win today.
Yeah, we'll stay with the other 10 o'clock game. Maybe Ellis can jump on this one. Serial Killers, one of our last 4 unbeatens. 3, I didn't know. Couple
4.
teams still, 4. What Serial Killers take on the Rookies, who are riding a 2-game winning streak, I believe.
We saw that coming.
Yeah, right. Can the Rookies score with the Serial Killers, or can the Rookies do enough defensively, which they do play that side pretty well? Can they do enough to limit the Serial Killers to keep them in that, I would say, 60, 70, 78, 80 point range they'll have to stay in? Right, they'll have to keep the Serial Killers under 80, I'd say, to stay in this game. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't even think it's going to be a contest. I mean, I got to give it to the rookies for having a solid past 2 weeks. They've certainly built a good roster with Jamal Jones and Jalen Smalls. But, I mean, Mike Davis, Ty Coward, just too strong. I mean, they had 5 players in double figures last week, so they've got a powerful team. I mean, I would make an argument for why they're number 1. So definitely going to be at 20 to 30 point blowout for me.
Yeah, I'm going to echo what Ellis said. I think it's not going to be close. Serial Killers are just too deep, too many weapons. Although, let's be honest, Ty's points have not all come in the prime of the game, okay? Ty scores a lot in garbage time.
Garbage time.
We know you like your
Absolutely
points.
lives for it.
That doesn't necessarily influence the outcome of the
This
game.
week's schedule has been playing right into his hands with garbage time.
We
But
have
for the
some-
rookies, still, Jalen Smalls should have a big game. I expect him to play well.
Oh, yeah. Roland says Ben is cool, and he hasn't called Ronte Happy Feet yet.
We're
so
talking
he doesn't like it that
Ronte,
much.
Happy Feet
There we
Bird.
go. Let's make it stick.
He
'cause
always
traveled.
traveling.
Give it to me. He traveled.
Travel.
My team should have been in the finals.
Ever since he
don't
called
make
him
rules.
Happy Feet, I can't imagine Ronte being anything but a penguin. I'm sorry.
Ronte.
We're going to have to stop doing
And,
Ronte Happy Feet, just Happy Feet.
Eric Sidewaters here. Didn't pick any upsets, and then
Side.
Joe's comeback to the criticism was, too bad these guys don't have a top-rated podcast. Top-rated, it's a nice way to put it when it's the only podcast. But
Weekly rebound.
Weekly rebound. Sportsbook Redemption, as we just talked about briefly, should be a high-scoring game. Redemption, as we talked about, surprisingly scores a lot for the tempo they play at. Sportsbook, they lost to Carmine, but before that, blew out Goon Squad and put up a whole bunch of points. I think the best way.
Lost to Carmine.
Well, lost to the Temptations, but
No, they lost.
No, I know. We all say it. Don't worry.
over under 160 scored in Redemption Sportsbook.
I'll take the over, honestly. Sportsbook put up 70 points last week, and that might have been an off week for them. And Redemption, without Jalen Graham, who could be the MVP, put up 92.
Okay.
I'll take the over if you're putting Graham back in that lineup. We can drop 30 at any point.
Jalen Graham out tonight?
No, he wasn't there
He was
last
out
week.
last week.
They
Missed
still
last
scored
week.
92.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I'm still gonna take the under. I don't think Sportsbook is gonna be able to score as much against the Redemption defense. Jalen Graham and Scott Korshard are really strong on-ball defenders. It's gonna be really tough for Sportsbook to get the shots that they need to get off.
Yeah, Did you say under?
I said under.
Yeah, I'm going under too. I mean, when you have two big teams, there's going to
take
be a
the
lot of
unpopular
defense played.
opinion as usual.
You know, obviously both teams have been doing their scouting reports. They know that Terrell Holmes is going to go off. They know that Scott Benzing is going to go off, so they're going to limit those guys. And I think it's going to be maybe 120, 130.
That's a good way to do it. It sucks I don't have my phone. I got a worst commission league history, which, I mean, depending on how you look at it, I'm the only commissioner in league history.
You're the best and the worst. Definitely the worst, though.
Ronte, put some respect on his name. He's one of the most clutch players in the league, and that's
Happy
fine.
feet, you got my
but,
respect.
because that is factually correct. When you hit a game winner over a season and a
MVP,
half,
most valuable Penguin.
makes a clutch. MVP, not bad. But Marconi now has a couple buzzer beaters, so Ronte has some stuff to live up with. Last week was
Marconi's
one.
performance last week.
He had one last season, I believe. Had a 2-point game-winning shot. So we'll see how that goes. Firm and Renegades. Firm coming off that loss to Goon Squad. The Renegades blowing out Stranger Danger.
Destroyed.
Tyreed
Abolish.
Tyreed is definitely a player to watch, but both teams get after it on defense. What stands out in that game in the battle of those two defensive teams?
Well, I think the matchup to watch is probably Davin Sapinski and Chris Martinez. They're both relatively the same size. Chris Martinez had a pretty crazy week last week with their team, so hopefully they can get back on track this week and have a really positive game. But we'll see. Davin Sapinski is a great defender as well, so that'll be a fun matchup to watch.
I feel like it comes down to if they can guard, if the Firm can guard Tyree. He makes everything go. He's a point forward for the Renegades. He distributes the ball. After he gets the rebound, there's no need to give it to a point guard with him. He has 29 points. Showed off his Division I athleticism last week against Tyler and company, and he had 29 again. I feel like if they can limit him under 20, the Firm will win by 10 or so. If he has another big night, it's coming down to the wire.
Let's not forget also Mark B. Davis-So is averaging almost 20 points a game for the
High
Firm.
wire act.
Ellis?
Yeah, these two teams play the same type of style, attack the basket, don't shoot a lot of threes, so I think it's going to be pretty evenly matched. Definitely an under 10-point, I don't know.
Differential.
Let me do this real quick. We have time for one more question about tonight's games. Comment that in. Ronte, tonight's games are Sportslook Redemption. No, this is good. Sportslook Redemption, Renegades in the Firm at 9, Serial Killers versus the Rookies, and White Magic versus Light It Up at 10. You get 3 words each. Your potential breakout player. So 2 of those words can be the name, and then you get an adjective. Or you can do last name, and then you get 2 words. Enjoy. Potential breakout player of tonight from the 8 teams playing tonight. So you should start with the player.
Yeah, probably. I'll go.
That's 2 words. You're in trouble. You get 3 words.
Oh, wow. Then I'm out.
Ben?
I hate your
Champagne
games.
Brothers. Cohesiveness.
Okay. I love it. Yes.
Jalen Graham upset.
All right. Is that an upset?
It's not.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, technically standings it's not, but it is. But it isn't.
Redemption's
maybe
3-2,
not an
Sportslooks
upset.
2.
We grilled Sportslook for having 1 win. Now it's
Okay, not an upset.
There you go.
Do you want
Alice
to
is just
try to?
making
Do you want to
mistakes.
play?
Okay,
my
I gotta
three
take
words?
upset out
Fix
there.
it. Redemption of that.
I'm gonna do
I'll go Scott Korshard, distribution.
All right.
I got one.
Yeah.
Ty Reed handball.
I got one.
That video is
Happy
unreal.
feet
I'm so happy I
tomorrow.
found that.
There we go.
That guy represents our
last
country in
question
such a cool sport.
from Joe Catapano. What would be the serial killer's record if they had Lob 203's schedule? Now we've been touting Lob 203 as one of the toughest schedules in the league. Sports look right behind them. But what would serial killer's record be with a harder schedule? Be careful, Tyron is going to be in the building tonight, and he scares me.
I'm still. I think they're either 4-0 or 3-1. You know, they still have Mike Davis. Mike Davis, we don't talk about enough, is one of the top players in the league, and he can do everything. So, like, they're still sitting.
See, I want to agree with you, but if they had Lob's schedule, they would have played, limit already, and I can't imagine them beating them. I can't imagine. I'll give Terrell, Ronte, and everybody a big shout out. They're just good. Like, I just can't imagine anyone beating them in all honesty. And I feel like they'll at least be 3-1, possibly 2-2.
Terrell, you can bring warm-up music if you'd like. Ronte, you can be an analyst tomorrow on Around the Arc if you want.
Please.
8 o'clock, you got to be here early.
I need Happy
We've
Feet
talked
right
about
back.
this. This is not a new thing. I get it every week. But that's about it. Any last comments in our 3-word game?
Tyler
Hated the
Feldman.
Garbage.
Loser.
We will see you 45 minutes from now, 9 o'clock at InSports. We're in Trumbull. We have games tonight, week 6 of week. We have
About
9 and a
halfway
half
through.
weeks now. Yeah, we are actually halfway
About
through. We
halfway
didn't
through.
get to our mid-season awards. We'll do that tomorrow when we're back here, 8 o'clock live on Facebook, Snapchat, and all social media at Legacy_Leagues. More highlights at Legacy_Leagues2 on Snapchat. Can't wait to see who we interview tonight. We got some good games tonight that should continue to shake out who finishes where. All right, Ellis, Ben, Ryan, I'm Joey. Thanks. We'll see you in a little while here at InSports.